Right. Okay. Then I thought everything is seen, whatever I type. No problem. So some secrecy is maintained
Mhm.
in the WebEx. Good. Okay.
That is screen sharing, sir. This is
Ah,
PDF sharing.
right. Correct. Okay. So today's topic of discussion is the second member I said, and the second member is none other than phosphorus.
Phosphorus.
Okay. So phosphorus is very dangerous. Okay. Though it is giving good uses in the life also very important, but as a phosphorus individual member, it's very dangerous. Okay. So phosphorus chemical we should not touch at all. Hmm? So highly reactive that we all discuss today in brief. Okay. Because everything in brief idea. So let us start. So this is the small information regarding the phosphorus. An essential structural component of all cell membranes and nucleic acids. Definitely, we have seen the phosphodiester linkage in the RNA, all those DNA and PO4 linkages. So definitely, it is the most important and an essential structural component of our living beings. Okay, that's why phosphorus we have to study. So in several biological processes, so that includes bone mineralization. This is nothing but what? On the matrix, bone matrix, so there are some mineral deposits. Okay. So it is the deposition of the mineral, maintenance of the bones on bone matrix. So that all comes under the topic bone mineralization, and it is a lifelong process. Okay. As we grow, it becomes weak. Otherwise, as long as we are in the good health status, so nothing will happen. So only thing is our food style and the lifestyle will matters for the bone maintenance. That is called as what? Bone mineralization. And one more what? One more energy production. So to produce energy, so ATP we know in the biology. So there also the role of phosphorus comes into the picture. And in the cell signaling through phosphorylation reactions. That means what? So whenever something happens in our surroundings, so we are system. Okay, I am a system. Let's recall our 11th class thermodynamic system. If I am the system, everything except me remaining all surroundings. So what is happening in my surroundings? I have to respond. Okay. So green leaves are they are giving wind. So they are looking green. One ball is coming. One snake is coming. Okay. So that all you have to respond. Suddenly our body responds. Sometimes the reflex action. So for all those, the role of phosphorus is very important. Okay. So that is called what? Cell signaling. Okay. And it is also useful what in the protein synthesis. So all those comes under this third topic. And the fourth is what? Regulation of acid base homeostasis. So this is homeostasis is what? Inside of the body, there are some system, okay, to maintain within our body, within our own BP, our own pH, so our own sugar level, our own hemoglobin. So to maintain, so we have to maintain our internal what systems. So that is left to us. So that is taken care by the system. So how we react mentally, physically, socially with the food. So like that, our body responds to us, and that is what is regulation. Okay, how we regulate. There is a regulator in the fan. So using the regulator, we control speed, fast, moderate, and speed. In the same way, so phosphorus plays very important role in maintaining the internal system. That all comes under the homeostasis. Okay, that. So all these four are medical terms. Right. Now phosphorus is an essential mineral that is required by every cell that I told. Okay, bound to oxygen in all biological system. Okay, phosphorus is available in the form of phosphate, PO4 3 minus. Okay, so phosphodiester also you will find same type of linkage. When in the bone ash, okay, so it is a calcium phosphate. So it is a PO4 unit is doing all this work. So along with some other attachments. So that PO4 is what? PO4 is the role of phosphorus along with oxygen. So 85% of the body mass, okay, is what? Phosphorus. Because everywhere bones, in everywhere bones, everywhere calcium phosphate. So percentage is very high. So 85% regarding the phosphorus, not as a individual, in the form of combined state. Okay, right. That is the important part here. Now, another important property shown by the phosphorus, that is the allotropes of phosphorus. Many are there, many allotropic forms. How carbon shows a variety in allotropism, but the two
Sir,
important
smoke screens.
smoke.
Smoke screens means what?
Smoke screens, we throw some phosphorus compounds. Okay,
Yes.
so not only of phosphorus, along with some other hydrogen, oxygen combinations. So we make some chemicals. So they are called smoke bombs or smoke screen. They are thrown to control the mob. Okay, so whenever a
Yes.
strike is there, so they will not listen to the police. They will request. So even after request also, if they are approaching the police station, that time they will throw some bombs, which they all contain phosphorus, not pure. So in the form of other compounds. Okay, because pure phosphorus will, if you see, no, on the skin, it's very dangerous. Okay, that's why the government is not allowing pure phosphorus to use. Only in the form of compounds it is allowed to use. So thereby smoke comes out. In the smoke they can't see properly. So tears
Yes.
comes in the eyes. So it is called tear gas also. So that all they do to control the mob. That's all. Okay. So that is called what? Phosphorus compounds or tear gas. Phosphine. All those are there. PS3. So, like a carbon, among the many allotropic forms, the two important are carbon and the what? Not the carbon, that is diamond and the graphite. So, in the same way, among the all possible allotropic forms of phosphorus, three are very important. Are they are called the most common allotropic forms of phosphorus. Okay. So, white phosphorus, red phosphorus, and the black phosphorus. So, the name is kept because they look like that. Okay. Sometimes white looks slightly yellowish, so due to the decomposition or conversion due to the instability. Okay, so white phosphorus is also called as what? Yellow in some book. So white or yellow, it is mainly white only due to the contamination or due to the conversion, so it looks yellowish. Otherwise it is white only. So white phosphorus, red phosphorus, and the black phosphorus. As you move white to red to black, the complexity becomes more. That means structure becomes more and more complex. So from simple to complex, we are moving from white to black. So when we move from simple to complex, so stability also will increase. More the complex, more strong is, because we require lot of energy to break the complex things. So therefore, stability also increases from white, red, black. So this is all explained on the what? On the basis of structure part. Okay, right. Please see the structure part. First is what? White phosphorus. It is translucent. Okay. So in between. So first, second is poisonous in nature. Mm. So in the past, we have seen some countries, they were using phosphorus during the war. Okay. So that time UNO, so gave warning, without permission. If you use, your facilities are cut from the global. Okay. So nowadays we are not using. It was in the past. So it is poisonous in nature, inside also, on the skin also. Okay. So less stable and more reactive. Okay. So less stable we'll explain later by seeing the structure part, and more reactive because it is only one unit P4. Okay. Whereas in the case of what red phosphorus, we see many P4 units. Whereas in the case of black, much more P4 units. I told you complexity is increasing. So whereas white for only one unit P4. So due to the only single, it is highly reactive, more reactive. Hmm. It is not soluble in the water, dissolves in organic solvents. To control its reactivity, uh, it is kept always under the water. Okay, phosphorus is highly reactive. The moment it comes in contact with atmosphere, it catches fire. Okay, so this is called as the chemiluminescence or the phosphorescence property is there. So to control phosphorus, it has to be kept in water only, because water brings down the ignition temperature of the phosphorus. Okay, so temperature inside the water is normally lesser than the room temperature. So because the ignition temperature of the white pea is less than the room temperature, so we have to keep in the, first of all, we don't keep, normally we store red or the black phosphorus. We never store white phosphorus, because sometimes unknowingly or knowingly, so some accidents may take place in the laboratory level, so thereby causing problems to the human life. So that's why with the license we are allowed to keep inside the lab So in our laboratory, we are having a small amount of white phosphorus, that too under water. So now due to no practicals, it is like that only. So when mixed with the carbon disulfide, it dissolves. That means in organic solvents, it dissolves, glows in the dark. Okay, on its own. This is called chemiluminescence. So that you can see in Kannada we say this is a special word, Kolli Deva. So devil of fire, devil smoke. There are different names are kept for this white phosphorus. So because
Sir,
of this, bones when they come,
sir, in matchstick, which phosphorus is
it is red or the black, not the white. White is impossible, man. So
yes.
highly unsafe. Hmm. Every home will have unsafety. That's why we never use white pulp, only for the practical purpose. That too with a lot of precautions. Hmm. So therefore, what I was explaining about the something, in the cremation ground, I told you, no. So where the bones, due to the natural activity, they come for the friction that this atmospheric oxygen. So and it starts burning. Okay, on their own, nobody is there. So that is called, it is called chemiluminescence property. And you can see the structure part and the one small reaction I directly taken from the textbook. So it reacts with alkali, okay, and forms a phosphine. This is called phosphine, where we use for the tear gas or the bomb. So this is a sodium hypophosphite, okay, right. And this is structure part, okay. This is each P is tetrahedral, but tetrahedral angle is not maintained. It is around 99. So actual angle is 109 degrees, but here it is very much lesser than the 109. So that one P to other P, if you see the structure part, one P is surrounded by three other P's, and every P one pair of electron is there. Okay, so bond length is 225 picometers. All those bond parameters and the information regarding the only one unit of P4. Okay, so you see here is the explanation for the that bond angle. So I told bond angle how much? It is around angle wherein the angle is what 60 degree. It is 60 degree. Okay, so very much less than the 109. So due to this less degree bond angle, so there is a kind of tension, bond tension. That is in science it's called what? Angular strain. Okay. So angular strain is what? Some kind of a tension is there in the structure. So because of tension, it want to come out of tension. So whenever you want to come out of tension, you'll go for play, listening music, cut jokes, mix with your relatives, friends, or simply shout, laugh. So there are ways to come out of strain, tension. In the same way, when there is a tension is there, so it will come out. So on its own, it catches fire and converts into what? Phosphorus pentoxide. Okay. So then one more is what? On heating white P at 573 Kelvin in an inert atmosphere for several days. Okay, red P is formed. See, red P, to form red P, we require a lot of time. So because red P is slightly complex, so one P4, one more P4, one more P4. So many P4 units have to join together. So that requires time. That's why. So to prepare red P, we want white P. So white P upon prolonged heating, so it converts into what? Red P. And if you continue heating, so further, so one more P is there, that is black P. So that's why. So temperature becomes more, complexity becomes more, chain becomes lengthier, and cross links are there. So all this will happen as you increase temperature. Okay, right. This is getting what? This is getting the white P. Now next second form. This is what? Red phosphorus. Okay, so red phosphorus slightly reddish. Okay, so iron type, how we have iron oxide, so gray plus reddish mix, that shade, imagine. So grayish red. Okay, so that is the color. So it is odorless and it is not like our white pea. Okay, it is dangerous to the skin, not that much. Okay, compared to, again, once again, we go for the comparative study. So compared to white pea, it is non-poisonous but harmful. Compared to white pea, it is not so dangerous but still dangerous. Okay, and does not dissolve in water because of the covalent nature, but soluble in the most of the organic solvents. and does not glow. That is important part. Okay, it is only white P is giving this property, not the other two forms. So it does not glow in the dark. That property we don't expect due to the complexity in the structure part. So it has to break, it has to come out. P4, all those are there. And chemically, white phosphorus is more reactive than the red P. So it is a polymeric and consists of many P4 units joined together. So small portion I brought the structure part. You can see. So on the top one P4 is there, and below one P4 is there, side one P4 is there. So totally I have brought 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 P4 units. So this will continue. One small portion I brought from the textbook. So in this way we can understand the complexity of the structure. So more P4 units are there. So it is highly stable and compared to the white P. Okay. Now we will go to this part.
Sir,
Ah.
white phosphorus dissolves in carbon disulfide, sir.
White?
Phosphorus. But red phosphorus will not dissolve, sir. Why, sir?
Why red phosphorus will not dissolve?
In carbon disulfide.
Carbon disulfide is a normal covalent. So white phosphorus, first of all, it is not soluble. Sorry, it is soluble in the carbon disulfide. Okay. Whereas white P, we have the more complexity. We require still better than the water and the carbon disulfide. Maybe a stone, okay, it is very strong. So even complex chemicals can dissolve in the petrol and the water. I can say acetone and benzene. So therefore, carbon dioxide is one normal organic solvent where
Yes, sir.
the forces are not sufficient to break, go for the solvation process. So that's why it is not soluble. Otherwise, when you go to higher solvents, certainly in petrol, most of the toughest stains are also soluble in the water. So all this is because of what? Nature of the covalent water solvent we have, that is called enthalpy of solvation. Okay, so energy is not sufficient in the case of what? Carbon disulfide. Now regarding the black phosphorus, the name itself indicates it's a black in color. Okay, so much about the black phosphorus is not there. So it is highly complex. Still work is going on. So recently it is said that a black phosphorus will find applications in the conductivity part, okay, like graphite. So because when they have seen the structure part, it is looking like a graphite structure. Okay, so one layer over the other layer, or layer stacked together, joined together, or the side by side. So all those and between the layers again is a small force of attraction. So where weak force of attraction they can slide and free electrons are available. So all these now they are comparing to graphite. Okay, so because this P availability occurrence in the earth crust in the form of phosphate minerals, so that matters a lot percentage. So if the percentage is more and if the method is very cheap and convenient, then we get the phosphorus. In that again you go for the allotropic forms conversions. So white P to red P, red P to black P. Then we think of but properties are there nowadays they're finding. So because so year by year they keep thinking, they keep doing the extra work. So why the phosphorus topic is stopped there only? Why black phosphorus is not taken care? So someone one team will come, they will take care. So then they have to go deep in study about the black phosphorus structure part. Here a small portion I brought. Okay, so how the structure is seen spectroscopically or using the X-ray diffraction technique. So highly layered structure. Okay, so red P when it is heated in a sealed tube at 803 approximately 803 Kelvin, an alpha form is formed. Okay, alpha black phosphorus. So that part I have shown at the right part. Okay, so right bottom you see in the black again there are two types. Okay, one is alpha black phosphorus and the other one is beta black, depend upon the straightaway structure part. Okay, so it is a structure matters. So how the structure is arranged. So on that ground they have given the alpha and the some name they have given to differentiate two black phosphorus depend on the structure part. And you see red P at 803 gives alpha, whereas white P upon 473 gives beta. So because red P what this alpha black is taking more temperature, that shows that it is very stable. First of all, among all the phosphorus, Among the three important allotropic forms of phosphorus, it is the black P is thermodynamically more stable. In that black P, it is the alpha black P still more stable, and detail we study in the higher class. Okay, right. So but due to stability, so we don't expect some what layer of the phosphorus falling each other, sliding each other. So that's why it is not that much in relation towards the electrical conductivity. Okay, so that's why, so that is not taken care. Only the beta black phosphorus, or in general black phosphorus. If you say whatever conductivity property we expect, it is a beta only. So beta black work is going on. So in future, so along with the graphite, so it may enter. Only thing is some arrangements we have to make to use these phosphorus forms in our day-to-day life. Otherwise, under normal condition at the laboratory level, we are doing. So when white phosphorus is heated under high pressure at 473 Kelvin, then beta black is formed. So it does not burn in the air up to 673 Kelvin. Okay, so only beyond that temperature it will catch fire, it burns on its own. But it is only the white P which burns on its own due to the high reactivity, angular strain, only one unit. So many low ignition temperature. So there are many reasons to account why white P is highly reactive and highly poisonous. So you can see in the past some blisters on the skin when it falls and explodes on its own. So highly dangerous. So therefore, it is not allowed to store. Yeah. So what we have done today? Today we have done this water, allotropic forms of phosphorus. Very small topic, interesting chapter. Maybe sometimes for 1 mark. Okay. So or maximum 2 marks. He may ask to draw the structure of a white P or the red P. Okay. White P 1 P4, whereas red P, if you we are facing a difficulty in drawing the what the red P, one more way is allowed. One more is what? So you take one P4 in it, white P, join straight line. Then that is also allowed. Okay, instead of what I have seen, what we have seen today, the red P structure of the four P4 units, that I one portion. So that is very difficult to draw in the examination. At the class level you will understand, but in the examination, just to show that there are many P4 units, so you are allowed to draw one P4, one P4, one P4, one P4, like that you can draw. So in a straight chain, that is enough to understand that it is slightly more complex than the white P. So I think today we will wind up in the allotropic forms, very easy. Tomorrow what we do, so we go for two important compounds of phosphorus. One is hydride of phosphorus, that is the pH3, and other one is what? Chlorides of phosphorus. In that chlorides, in brief, we study about the PCl3 and the penta PCl5. So that is, and one more small topic is there, oxo acids of phosphorus. So this tomorrow plan is there to take not only one period, not at a final. Okay, so tomorrow we'll tell. So whether I am going for 1 or 2 periods, so that depends. So we'll see tomorrow. Okay. So any doubt regarding today's session? Very easy, small topic, elementary start for the phosphorus. So I think is very
Yes,
easy.
sir. Which bond is strong, sir? N single bond or PP single bonds?
See, phosphorus is bigger in size.
Yes, sir.
And N is very small. When the N is very small, so in the chemical bonding, we have heard that it is the effective overlap. It is the effective overlap. So overlapping is very best in nitrogen. So when the overlapping is best in the nitrogen, then in which case you will expect a strong bond? In the case of nitrogen. Okay, right. Next, my co-host Chaitanya, or co-host Chaitanya. So now we don't feel, we don't, I'm not feeling, I'm not experiencing that my students are waiting in the lobby. Okay. So earlier I was facing this problem. So anybody can join. by chance due to some reasons which are unknown, because we are staying at different levels, different places. So if they join, our co-host is here to allow you. So very beautiful idea. So now it's going smoothly. So we hope this will continue till some weeks or some months. Let's see. Any doubt, please? Again, it is now
When will
12:05.
school open?
Regarding school open, certainly we don't know exactly. So how uncertainty is there in the Heisenberg's principle. So regarding the opening of the principle, so uncertainty is more. So when uncertainty is more, so we don't know exactly. So till now there is no any information from the top. So trials are on for the what residential schools. Day schools are given permission. Only thing is for the home school, hostel school. Okay, so for them still government is thinking.
Now their schools are going to open
Uh,
21. Yes, sir.
okay, ready? I think no doubt means I think we'll go for one more topic tomorrow. Okay, ready? Okay, just go through the this part, only structure part. That is enough. Structure part you will not ask. Okay, so only by chance if you ask the structure part, he will ask about the white P only. Okay, in rare case, once in some 10 to 15 years, he has asked about the red P. So I told already to show that diagram 1P4 in a straight line. That is enough to understand. Okay. So okay, my dear students. So we'll wind up today's session on the what allotropic forms, and tomorrow two important categories of phosphorus we are going to discuss. So till then, every moment you keep in touch with the subject content. At the same time, take care of yourself and the one who are near you. Okay, so their health also is very important. So take care in general. So thank you one and all.
Bye, sir.
Bye bye.
Bye, sir.
Bye bye bye. First class.